Hello, all, and welcome. Well, I'm going to keep this simple. This does not sound good. If you look at the screen on your phone or computer, whatever you're watching to listen to this, you'll see an article from StarWarsNewsNet.com that says recent announcement actually Game of Thrones series creators to write and produce new series of Star Wars films. Now, if you'll recall, before The Last Jedi came out, Mickey Mouse Studios announced that idiot Rian Johnson would get his own trilogy of films, and people started jizzing their pants because they thought it was going to be a freaking Old Republic trilogy, which I never believed was going to happen anyway. Because if Disney came and make a damn Star Wars film out of freaking Death Star, how the frick are they going to do Old Republic, which is set like 10,000 years in the past, and it's mostly character based and world building based? No Death Stars in the Old Republic. Not one. Starforge was a processing plant. Completely different. Completely different. Sure, it blew up at the end of the first game, but Old Republic was definitely more world building like the prequels than flashy visuals like the terrible Disney Wars films have been. So, yeah, before The Last Jedi came out, they announced he had a trilogy, and now The Last Jedi is been out, and people like myself despise it and everything it represents. I have no interest in seeing anymore. But point is, now that that's out of the way, Solo, which has already died down as far as the buzz, which was never gonna, it was never gonna get any good buzz anyway, because I personally don't really give a damn. Other people out there don't care either. So, point is, they keep announcing this stuff, and then when Solo bombs at the box office, at least amongst fans, and divides the fan base again, they're going to retract this announcement. And people are going to get all like, oh man, what happened? I thought they were going to make a trilogy with the Game of Thrones guys. That's exactly what's going to happen. Like, Solo has no chance in the summer. Avengers, Black Panther, Deadpool 2, Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Jurassic Universe. Like, that's like, what, 5 films I just announced that are coming out this summer? All those combined, who in the world would want to see a shitty prequel made by Mickey Mouse? Again, after Rogue Zero and Last Jedi and Reboot Awakens, I'm done. I've had enough. I mean, keep saying it every damn year this is going to happen. I'm burnt out already, people. I can't take it anymore. I just can't. But there's only so much you can give people. There's only so much medicine you can give a patient before they pass out. There's only so much drugs you can give a druggie before they eventually die. You know? Might seem a little extreme, but same kind of thing. And this Kathleen Kennedy chick, not only is she butt ass ugly, but she is the wrong person to lead this franchise forward. And I'll say this, until she's fired, I just don't care anymore. Until she's fired, nothing that these writers or directors do is going to matter. Because she's going to have her greedy hands all over this thing. Even if they want to deal with Republic and they have an idea for Revan or something, she's going to say, oh, nope, I don't like that. Revan has to be a woman. Bastila can't be a strong female character like she's in the game. You gotta have her be an Asian woman or something. Nope, we can't have HK-47. Gotta have a female droid or something. You know? She's gonna have her greedy old ass hands all over this thing, and not gonna matter what they do. Look at those other solo directors that got fired. 3 weeks before it was finished. 3 weeks. The evidence is piling up that this chick is not the right person for this job. You're like, oh, well, George Lucas appointed her. He appointed her, but he had no idea she's going to do this. He appointed her because he thought she was the right person for the job. Thought she was the right person to take over his property and lead Star Wars into the future with good stories. And all they've done is make a rip-off of the original, rip-off of Empire, and Return of the Jedi is coming. Believe me, it is. And solo film that literally almost no one cares about. Let's say about 50%, maybe less, actually give a damn about a stupid prequel with some guy who's not Han Solo. Some people argue against that, like, oh, we gotta let him have it be his own version of Han Solo. Like, there's no such thing. No such thing. This isn't James Bond. It's not a book character that can be interpreted 100 ways. Han Solo is only known as Harrison Ford. People are going to expect those characteristics from someone else who's going to play a younger version of that guy. Otherwise, you might as well make a new character because. And I've only seen a trailer like maybe once or twice. Yeah, nothing about this guy screams Han Solo to me. I even showed someone else, and her expression, the look on her face said everything. She was completely baffled. She's an older fan, so I'm like, if she doesn't like it, what's their target audience, I wonder? People like to think that kids are dumb. Some of them are, but some kids are less smarter than people think, man. I'm not crazy about kids, but you know, I'll give them credit where they deserve it. Yeah, I basically give my 2 cents on this. It's gonna be a mess, okay? Like there's no point to being excited because nothing's really gonna happen. I tell you that right now. Don't get excited thinking these guys are gonna make Old Republic because it's not gonna happen. If the Johnson guy ain't gonna do Old Republic, these guys ain't doing Old Republic. Don't kid yourselves. Don't kid yourselves. It's not gonna happen, people. Like, I'm willing to bet, not actual money, but I'm willing to bet at the end of that stupid Solo film, they're going to show the Death Star in one way or another. They're going to show it. I mean, they had it in Rogue Zero. They had like a super Death Star thing in Last Jedi, from what I can remember, which is very little. It was blowing stuff up, so it might as well have been on Death Star. Just a different shape. So that's what. And then they had one in Reboot Awakens. So it's like 3 Death Stars in the same trilogy, in the same series so far. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. So you really think they're going to go another film without having one because they're just so scared? They're stuck in the past. They're stuck in the past. I said this before. They have no direction, okay? This candy chick is just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. Look at Kevin Feige in Marvel Studios. When he announces stuff, those films are actually in production and they actually happen. They announced Captain Marvel, and that film's in production right now. He announced Spider-Man Homecoming like a month after they got the rights from Sony. And that film came out last year, okay? They had him in Civil War. Probably had to throw a couple of scenes together really fast, but they probably had the kid cast already. One is Kevin Feige is the overlord of Marvel Studios, and for the most part, is keeping things intact. Star Wars does not have that. This Kathleen Kennedy chick is just doing random stuff. She has no idea what she's doing. People can make fun of the prequels all they want, but those prequels had the mind of George Lucas. Without the mind of George Lucas, I'm not interested. Just not. No one's getting up there, but like without his oversight on anything Star Wars, really, I don't care because it ain't the same. And well, I just gotta say enough's enough. All right, I'm sick and tired of the Disney era. It's terrible. Okay, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, I don't watch Rebels. I hear it's almost over. Thank goodness. I'm looking forward to the live action series, whatever they do with that. Maybe it'll be Old Republic because I always said that I wanted a Game of Thrones style TV show, not film, TV. You can flesh out characters in TV series way more than you can in a film. It's one of the reasons. Well, because Game of Thrones was a book first, but it might be one of the reasons why it's so popular because you get to spend more time with the characters in a TV show than you can with a film. Just, like, just think about this. No one cares about Solo. I've seen the posters. I just don't buy it that this guy is the same character that I grew up with as a child. I don't buy it. The kid just has no charisma. He has no charm from the dialogue he was given so far. I'm like, if Lawrence Kasdan wrote this, he needs to retire. Seriously. Like, give it up, man. The time in the sun is over, okay? Seriously. People just give that guy too much credit. Acting like he's the only one that wrote things for Star Wars. Like, give me a break. George Lucas wrote the entire original Star Wars. Get out of here. Oh, yeah. Point is, it's just tiresome, you know? It really is. There's nothing to be excited about. There really isn't. They ain't doing what Republicans are just. They're not going to do what Republicans. Calling it right now, they're not doing it. If they do, I'll be surprised. Will I see it? Probably not. As long as Disney's still involved, I just don't care. As long as that moron Kennedy is still involved, I don't care. Like I said, if they do Revan or something, he won't be a man. He'll be a woman. Or said it will be a woman. It won't be the Revan that most of us know, or some of us know, from old school days. Others out there will try to adapt or we're like, oh, it's the new canon, blah, blah, blah. Well, some of us don't give two shits about the canon, okay? Some of us just want to see good films with lightsaber duels and space battles like it was back in the day. Some of us want to see new lore, Jedi Sith lore explored in the big screen or TV screen, like it was with the expanded universe before Mickey Mouse destroyed it and tried to rip it off. That's another thing. All they're doing with the Solo film is ripping off the freaking EU. All this stuff is taken from them Han Solo books, which honestly aren't even that good, which is probably why this trailer looks so dull and bland. Just like the actor trying to play Solo. Looks so dull. There's nothing to him, which is what I said from the beginning. This Solo cannot do anything interesting for the original Star Wars, okay? He just can't. His whole arc is in the original Star Wars. There is no, what was he like before this? Because if Lucas wanted people to know that, he would have done it in the beginning. If he wanted to tell the Phantom Menace first, Star Wars wouldn't be what it is. Yeah. Game of Thrones and Star Wars. I'm not sure if that's a good fit.